There are epochs in human history when a single person rises and quietly alters the course of everything. No armies, no riches, only an idea. A simple idea, powerful enough to redirect humanity itself. Toward the end of the 20th century, the world was drowning in technology. Machines were becoming stronger, systems were becoming larger. But something important was missing. The very tools humans created were starting to alienate them. Computers were cold, intimidating, impersonal. A world built by engineers, for engineers. And then came a young man who asked a different question. What if technology could feel human? His name was Steve Jobs. This is not a story about computers. This is a story of awakening, of design, purpose, and human-centered thinking. A reminder that innovation is not only what a product does, but how it makes us feel. Before Jobs, the digital world was a maze of commands and flashing green screens. Complexity was normal. User experience was an afterthought. Technology advanced, but humanity did not. It was an age of soulless machines. And then, like a spark in the dark, a counter-movement began. Not in laboratories, not in government halls, but in a simple garage in Silicon Valley, a place that would later be treated almost like a temple, the birthplace of a modern renaissance. Steve Jobs was not an engineer. He didn't build computers. He didn't write code. But he had something far more powerful, a vision, a belief that technology should empower people, not dominate them. He drifted between calligraphy classes, Zen teachings, psychedelic experiences, and counterculture ideals. While others searched for answers through logic, Jobs searched through intuition. To him, design was not decoration. Design was philosophy. Not the surface, but the soul. This was the seed of design thinking, the belief that every product begins with a single question. How will this change someone's life? When the first Macintosh launched in 1984, people weren't just looking at a new computer. They were witnessing a revolution. Friendly icons replaced cryptic codes. A mouse replaced long command lines. Simplicity replaced fear. Jobs was not selling a machine. He was selling empowerment. He believed that technology should express human creativity, that every interaction should feel intuitive, almost invisible. The Macintosh was not a device. It was an invitation to think differently. In 1997, Apple was collapsing, broken, directionless, forgotten. And then, like a myth returning from exile, Jobs came back. But he was changed, clearer, sharper, unstoppable. He cut unnecessary products, cut complexity, cut everything that distracted from core purpose. To Jobs, simplicity was not minimalism. Simplicity was beauty, power, truth. Apple became the world's greatest design culture. Every click, every pixel, every sound, it all mattered. This was not product development. This was art. Then came the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad. Each one changed a different part of human life: music, communication, information. But beneath all these devices was a deeper revolution. Technology became human again. Jobs understood something essential. People don't want features. People want feelings. They want elegance. They want tools that help them think. tools that disappear into their lives, tools that feel like breathing. He never asked, "What can this product do?" He asked, "What can this product become in someone's life?" That is design thinking. What Jobs awakened was never about hardware. It was about the relationship between humans and their tools. He believed that technology and art together create the future, that computers are bicycles for the mind, that design is intention, that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, that emotion is a function, and that the people who believe they can change the world are the ones who do. As Steve Jobs battled cancer, his vision did not fade. It grew stronger. He once said, "Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid thinking you have something to lose." For him, mortality was not fear. It was fuel, a reminder that time is the most precious design constraint. Even in his final years, he worked with the urgency of someone who knew that every idea might be his last gift to the world. His legacy is not the iPhone, not the iPad, not even Apple. His true legacy is a mindset. Design for humans. Think deeply. Awaken creativity. Unify art and technology. Build what matters. Today, we live in the afterglow of his renaissance. Every modern device, every startup philosophy, every clean interface, every human-centered idea carries Steve Jobs' DNA. Some say the new renaissance is digital, but perhaps it is deeper. Perhaps it is emotional, philosophical, human. Just as the Renaissance lifted Europe from the darkness of the Middle Ages, Jobs lifted technology from the coldness of machinery and brought it into the warmth of human experience. The awakening did not end with him. Every designer who chooses meaning over features, every engineer who prioritizes humans over hardware, every creator who blends logic with art continues his work. We still live in the ripple of his idea. And maybe, just maybe, this is only the beginning. This was the awakening point, and like all awakenings, this too is only the beginning.